the Jeopardy Teen Tournament Summer Games. Introducing today's semifinals. A senior from Livermore, California, Lisa Ackerman. A senior from Livingston, New Jersey, Meryl Fetterman. And a freshman from St. Louis Park, Minnesota, Aiden Pink. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Brebeck.
Yeah, you're not the only one, Aiden. I remember those days. My gosh, do I remember those days. Lisa and Meryl, good to see you also. Have fun in this semifinal. Remember what's at stake. The winner comes back later in the week to play for $75,000. Here comes the Jeopardy round for you. With one daily double appearing in one of these categories, presidential libraries. Next, we have sports legends, ballet, check out my crib, mountains, and finally, words. Aiden, where do we start?
I'll take sports legends for 200.
Barry Bonds, among others, is currently trying to break this man's home run record of 755. Meryl.
Who is Hank Aaron?
Yes.
Presidential libraries for 2.
A replica of this man's Oval Office desk includes gifts from the Georgia Democratic Party and from Hyman Rickover, his mentor in the Navy.
Aiden.
Who is Jimmy Carter?
Right.
Sports legends for 400.
This 7-time Tour de France champ said the 2006 New York City Marathon was the hardest physical thing he'd ever done. Meryl.
Who is Lance Armstrong?
Correct.
Mountains for 200.
The Hoosick Mountains are a range of these colorful mountains located in Vermont. Lisa.
What are the Green Mountains?
Correct.
Words for 200.
Chat about this in your chat room. Chat is merely a shortened form of this 7-letter word. Lisa.
What is chatter?
Chatter is correct.
Words for 4.
This name for a work of art that you may carve in art class comes from the Latin for to carve. Meryl.
What is sculpture?
Yes.
Words for 6.
If you say, I'm eating a hot dog with this, you could mean a chopped pickle topping or just plain enjoyment. Lisa.
What is relish?
Yeah.
Words for 8.
Someone who sees a crime as an eyewitness. Someone who experiences it orally is this similar word. Meryl.
What is an ear witness?
Ear witness is right.
Words for 1,000.
The name of these small towers, often seen on castles, comes from Old French for small towers. Aiden.
What are turrets?
Correct.
Sports legends for 600.
From 1984 to 1992, 2 of the 3 players who won all the NBA MVP awards. Aiden.
Who are Magic Johnson and Larry Bird.
You are correct. Michael Jordan, of course, was the 3rd.
Sports legends for 800.
In 1904, he became the first pitcher in the American League to throw a perfect game. Now, an award is named for him. Meryl.
Who is Cy Young?
Yes.
Presidential libraries for 400.
His presidential library is about 35 miles from the Kansas City, Missouri airport. Meryl.
Who is Harry Truman?
Yeah.
Presidential libraries for 6.
John again.
In 1948, George H.W. Bush and this young wife of his packed their belongings into a Studebaker and drove west to Odessa, Texas.
Aiden.
Who is Barbara?
Yes.
Sports legends for 1,000.
This Czech-born woman who retired in 2006 won a record 9 Wimbledon singles championships. Aiden.
Who is Martina Navratilova?
Correct.
Presidential libraries for 800.
His library has a desk that's an exact replica of the one that his son was photographed under in 1963. Aiden.
Who is John F. Kennedy?
You are right, and that takes you to 4,200. You have the lead at the moment, and we have to take a break at the moment. We will return then. One of the things that bothers me about many of our teenagers is that compared to kids in the past, distant past, they don't read as many books. But this young lady, Lisa Ackerman, is working to change that. She's working on a list of how many books?
413.
Wow. Are they all novels, or do you...
Yeah, they're all novels. A lot of classics, some science fiction, some other things.
How far into it are you now?
I've read about 100, so I'm about a quarter of the way there.
Good for you. So far, your favorite book?
Count of Monte Cristo.
Hey, all right, yeah, Alexander Dumas. Meryl Fetterman from Livingston, New Jersey, wrote a 1-act play. not only wrote a one-act play, but it was
Yes.
in iambic pentameter.
Yes, this was our midterm project. We had to read a few plays and then do a one-act play in the same style. I love the Renaissance, so I picked 3 different authors from the Renaissance, read the plays, and then realized that their style is iambic pentameter, so I just said, let's do it, and I was able to get it done for the midterm.
That's a great positive attitude. What kind of a grade did you get out of it?
It worked out well for me, so.
Should have gotten an A+. A for effort and the plus for getting it done so well. Aiden Pink, freshman, St. Louis Park, Minnesota. Planning to do some pro bono work here, help out the kids in Africa. Tell us about that.
Yeah, well, this summer, I'm going to Africa to build a school in Kenya for the Maasai tribe. Because right now they have to walk about 30 miles to school if they can afford it, because it's not free education.
Ah, and whereabouts exactly in Kenya? On the Mara area?
Yeah, in the Mara area, right by Mount Kilimanjaro.
Okay, good for you. That's great. We're going to get back into this first round now. You have command of the board, Aiden, so make a selection from the remaining clues, please.
All right, let's finish out presidential libraries for 1,000.
All right, this time Kelly has the information for us.
At the dedication in Austin in 1971, he said that of all the words in his presidential library, the 2 that best express his philosophy are man can.
Aiden.
Who is LBJ?
Lyndon Johnson, yes.
Mountains for 400, please.
Seen here is Tenzing Norgay standing on the summit of this mountain because it's there. Lisa.
What is Mount Everest?
Yes.
Mountains for 6.
The Waianae Mountains in this U.S. state rise up to 4,025-foot Mount Kaala. Merrill.
What is Hawaii?
Correct.
Mountains for 8.
The Caucasus Mountains of Eastern Europe are predominantly found in this large country. Aiden.
What is Turkey?
No. Merrill.
What is Russia?
Russia's right.
Ballet for 200.
Cadets attend a dance at a girls' school in Graduation Ball, a ballet set in this capital of Austria. Merrill.
What is Vienna?
Yes.
Ballet for 4.
The 2000 ballet Todo Buenos Aires features different interpretations of this sensual ballroom dance. Merrill.
What is the samba?
No. Aiden.
What is the tango?
Tango, yes.
Mountains for 1,000.
Answer. Daily double. You have a $600 lead at the moment, Aiden.
You know what? Let's make it a true daily double, all of it.
Okay, for 9,600 or nothing, here is the clue. Geological evidence shows that this 5,000-mile mountain chain may extend south into Antarctica.
What is the Andes?
You are correct. South America's Andes gives you $9,600. Go again.
Check out my crib for 200.
A black molly or 2 would be perfect to keep this calming crib feature in your living room free from algae. Merrill.
What is an aquarium?
Yes.
Ballet for 6.
I may say nay if you do a pas de cheval, a ballet step that imitates this animal. Aiden.
What is a horse?
Correct.
Check out my crib for 400.
Sit down in this chair with an X-shaped frame and a canvas seat, perfect for yelling, quiet on the set. Merrill.
What is the director's chair?
Yes.
Ballet for 8.
He designed sets and costumes for Where the Wild Things Are, a ballet based on his own beloved book. Aiden.
Who is Maurice Sendak?
Yes.
Check out my crib for 600.
Chandeliers look great, but nowadays don't usually use these items from which their name is derived. Merrill.
What are candles?
Correct.
Check out my crib, 800.
In the furniture sense, this synonym of pride is a dressing table. And that would be a vanity. Merrill, back to you.
Ballet for 1,000.
The Carolina Ballet debuted a 2006 work based on this stormy Shakespearean shipwreck saga. Merrill.
What is the Tempest?
Correct.
And last clue.
Want to put your feet up? How about on one of these with a Turkish name? Merrill.
What is an ottoman?
Correct again. And that takes you up to 7,400. Both you and Lisa are trailing Aiden. Lisa, you select first in Double Jeopardy. You have a long way to go, but a lot of cash in that round, as you know. We'll be back in a moment. Lisa's a bright girl. She knows what she has to accomplish in this Double Jeopardy round, and she selects first from these categories. July. What's on TV? Law enforcement, literature, companies younger than you, and finally, Synonyms. Lisa, start us.
Literature for 4.
In chapter 52 of this novel, a boisterous crowd is gathering for Fagin's execution. Merrill.
What is Oliver Twist?
Right.
Literature for 8.
19th century author known for writing about a venerable mansion with 7 acutely peaked gables. Aiden.
Who is Hawthorne?
Nathaniel Hawthorne, yes.
Let's do what's on TV for 400.
This American Idol judge told one contestant, "You sounded like Cher after she'd been to the dentist." Merrill.
Who is Simon Cowell?
Yes.
Lit for 12.
People from the past appear to a brother and sister in Rewards and Fairies by this author of The Jungle Book. Lisa.
Who is Kipling?
Correct.
Literature for 16.
Modern novels with biblical titles include Jane Hamilton's The Book of Ruth and Toni Morrison's Song of Him. Merrill.
Who is Solomon?
Yes.
Lit for 2000.
Even Grendel would love Seamus Heaney's new translation of the Anglo-Saxon epic about this title Geet. Merrill.
Who is Beowulf?
Beowulf, yes.
Synonyms for 4.
As a noun, it's a synonym for flower. As a verb, it's to blossom or come into one's own. Merrill.
What is bloom?
Bloom, correct.
Synonyms for 8.
Answer. Daily double. And you have just